Ibn al-Haytham is a name that represents truth, experimentation, and intellectual courage. He was a man who refused to blindly accept ancient knowledge and instead demanded proof, observation, and reason. Long before modern laboratories existed, Ibn al-Haytham introduced a method of thinking that would later become the foundation of modern science. His full name was Abu Ali al-Hasan, Ibn al-Haytham. He was born in the year 965 CE in the city of Basra, located in present-day Iraq. At that time, Basra was a major center of learning, culture, and philosophy. From a very young age, Ibn al-Haytham showed extraordinary intelligence and curiosity. He constantly asked questions about the world around him and refused to accept simple answers without understanding the deeper truth behind them. His father worked as a government official and hoped that his son would follow the same career path. However, Ibn al-Haytham was drawn toward knowledge rather than power or wealth. He studied the Quran, Islamic law, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, and physics. What made him different from other scholars of his time was his refusal to accept Greek theories without testing them. During this period, most scientific knowledge was inherited from Greek philosophers, such as Aristotle and Ptolemy. Their ideas were treated as unquestionable truth. Ibn al-Haytham challenged this mindset. He believed that truth could only be discovered through observation, experimentation, and logical reasoning. This belief placed him far ahead of his time. His greatest contributions were in the study of light and vision. For Ibn al-Haytham, people believed that the human eye emitted rays of light that touched objects, allowing us to see them. Ibn al-Haytham rejected this idea. Through careful experiments, he proved that vision occurs when light reflects off objects and enters the eye. This single discovery completely changed the understanding of human vision. His reputation spread far beyond Basra, eventually reaching Egypt. The Fatimid Caliph al-Hakim invited him to Cairo, asking him to control the flooding of the Nile River. Ibn al-Haytham studied the river carefully but soon realized that the technology required for such a project did not exist at the time. He courageously admitted this truth, knowing it might anger the caliph. Fearing punishment, Ibn al-Haytham pretended to be mentally unstable. As a result, he was placed under house arrest. What seemed like a tragedy became the most productive period of his life. During his confinement, Ibn al-Haytham devoted himself entirely to research and writing. It was during this time that he wrote his masterpiece, the Book of Optics. This work explained the behavior of light, reflection, refraction, lenses, mirrors, and the structure of the human eye in extraordinary detail. He introduced the concept of the camera obscura, proving that light travels in straight lines. This principle later became the foundation of photography and cinematography. Ibn al-Haytham also developed what we now call the scientific method. His approach involved forming a hypothesis, conducting experiments, recording observations, and drawing conclusions based on evidence rather than belief. Centuries later, this same method would be used by scientists around the world. His works were translated into Latin and spread throughout Europe. Scholars such as Johannes Kepler, Galileo Galilei, and Isaac Newton were deeply influenced by his ideas. In many ways, Ibn al-Haytham served as a bridge between ancient knowledge and modern science. He passed away around the year 1040 in Cairo. He died poor and largely unrecognized during his lifetime. But his legacy reshaped the future of science. Today, he is remembered as the father of modern optics and one of the greatest scientific minds in human history. Ibn al-Haytham teaches us that true knowledge requires courage, the courage to question, to experiment, and to seek truth, even when it challenges accepted beliefs. His life proves that darkness can produce light, and isolation can give birth to genius.